What is up, folks? Welcome back to the channel. I am Nicole with SewGnar Sewing Patterns, and you are here for day 10 of the 2025 12 Days of Christmas video series. In today's video, we are making these fun little ditties. This is what I call a slim ID wallet. So on the front, it has one ID window area. On the back, it has one slip pocket, and then the entire center, the entire center opens up to also hold even more stuff. Today's video does have a downloadable PDF. You can use code FREEPATTERN, all caps, no spaces, on my website during checkout to zero out the total. Bless you. Sorry, little kitty just sneezed over there. If you want SVG files, that is $2, and that is a separate listing, but you will find that along with the PDF link down in the description box below. So check down there for all pertinent information for this video and every other video that I ever post on my channel. All right, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this fun, quick tutorial. Please be sure to give me a thumbs up, drop a comment down below, and I'll see you at the end. All right, to make this little wallet, we need to cut out our pieces. So you're gonna pick the shape that you want from the PDF printable. So you can do the rounded or the angled, or if you want to, you can even leave all of the corners squared off like this. And you'll cut 2 of those. You'll cut 1 ID window, and then we're going to do a little bit of prep work on one of the panels. So one will stay, this will be the inside, this will create the inner pockets, and then this one here will create the outside. We're going to make this wallet by folding these guys, folding this one in half, and then enveloping it with this one here. So whichever one is going on the inside, put that one to the side and grab your exterior piece here, and then you can cut out the ID window on the PDF and use that to make your marks. But if you don't want to do that, then you'll just cut out your blanks. So you need 2 pieces that are 5 inches tall by 4 inches wide, and then I will explain to you how to cut out your ID window. Don't mind this line, I had drawn that previously. We're not going to use that. So just from one short edge, I'm going to measure 3/8 of an inch down and mark a line. And then I'm going to slide my ruler and measure 2.125 or 2 1/8. And I'm going to make another line. So you should have 2 parallel lines like so. And then from the side, I'm going to measure a 1/2 inch and mark, and a 1/2 inch on this opposite side as well. Now, however you are comfortable, you need to get this window out of this panel. So you can use rotary blades, scissors, an X-Acto knife. It's totally up to you. You do whichever you prefer. If you have a laser, you can cut it. If you have a scan and cut, you can use that. I don't care how you do it. Now, normally when I do my ID windows, I like them to come a little bit closer to the edge. But what I've done here is I've worked in a trim allowance to allow us to trim everything down once it's all constructed. So that way everything is nice and even and flush. So with my rotary blade, I just slice in as far as I'm comfortable, and then I come in with scissors and finish it up. All right, so this can go in your scrap bin, and then this is our exterior panel. And now what we need to do is glue or tape our ID window into this opening. I'll be using Beacon Fabri-Tac, but any quick dry glue works, whatever you have on hand and something that your machine doesn't mind sewing through. It doesn't matter to me, but you just need to get your ID window onto the wrong side of this exterior panel. If you don't have glue or tape, you can just use clips as well. Don't stress. And so we're just going to glue or tape that into place. You can see it just overlaps on the wrong side of the window, and then this is it from the front. So once you get your ID window in, at this point is where you would choose if you want to angle your corners. If you want to leave them square, you won't do anything. If you want to angle them, you'll do that now, or round them. It's all up to you. I am going to go with the angled. So you can do, it's a 1 centimeter angle there. I also have my curated corner template, and you could do 3/8 if you want them to be all the same all the way around. Using a template is helpful. And then same over here. Now optionally, you can wait until the end to do this angling of your corners, but you just want to be really careful that you don't snip through any of your threads, which is why I tend to do it at this point. All right, once you get everything trimmed up, we're gonna go to the machine and we need to stitch our ID window into this exterior panel using 1/8 seam allowance all the way around the perimeter of this cutout. Okie doke, we are all stitched around the window. If you want to put a tag that will show on the exterior, I suggest putting it here. This edge will be the top panel on the wrong side. I'll show you on this completed wallet. So where I'm referring to is right here. So I would just center it maybe about, depending on the size of your tag or your brand, whatever you're putting here, about 1 inch or so down. But you have roughly 2 3/8 inches to work with back here. So I'd put your logo or tag within this 2 3/8 section here. Okay, next up, we are just going to simply fold these two wrong sides together and glue. Now, tape works a lot quicker here, but if your machine gets sassy about it, then I don't suggest using it on this because we're going to have 2 layers of tape and 4 layers of cork or vinyl or leather. So you might want to avoid it if you can. So once this glue sets up, we're just going to wrap this one right around, just like so. And so I'm going to add some glue down both of these edges. And then I'm going to start on the ID side and get everything nice and lined up. Press it into place well, and then wrap this edge up and around. Holding it taut, but I'm not tugging on it. I'm not pulling on it. I don't want anything to shift around. And once I get it where I want it, I'm going to clip. Oops, broke that one. So get it clipped and then let the glue set up for just a minute or two. And then to finish the wallet, we're just going to stitch up each side. So right here and then right here. If you want to, you can bump your stitch line in to be a fat eighth and give yourself some room here to trim off. Give yourself enough that you can trim comfortably, that your blade or your scissors aren't going to slip off and make a funky edge. All right, there we go. I have my side stitched up there, and now I'm just going to trim off those side edges to ensure that I have nice, flush, straight edges here. Holding my rotary blade exactly vertical so that I don't get any weird beveling as well. And there we go, all finished. Let me show you what it looks like with cards. So I have 5 cards in there, and then you can even fit folded cash here in the back or in the center. All right, guys, we are here at the end of day 10. I hope that you enjoyed this little video. Please be sure to leave a comment and let me know what you think, and I will see you back here tomorrow for day 11.